So these are all free writes. I really don't know what I wrote, but let's just keep going. This is called, how are you doing out there? I haven't seen any of you. I'm sure there are people I know out there.
Hey, Beau! Yeah.
I haven't been ignoring you. I just, it literally causes me pain to try to process multiple stimulus simultaneously. All right, so next one is called Right Hemisphere, Best Hemisphere. Sharon gives me a kiss on the lips every Monday, twice. This is unnerving for me, because I'd never seen my parents hold hands and the part about equating proximity with physical abuse. But I've got to roll with it, because if I don't, she will not progress as far as she can go. The thing about stroke survivors is that they can sense everything. Even if they can't articulate it in words or facial expressions, their level of comfort with you, their willingness to work with you, their ability to meet you where they need to go in order to teach their body again, is greatly influenced by where their stroke recovery practitioner is at. They can spot a fraud with all the credentials in the world, and they will go to the moon with an amateur who embraces them in that way you can't theorize. You've just got to do. Fear of fucking up her progress has caused me to arrive late more than once. Who wants to be the jerk who brings judgment into a room and makes walking more exhausting than it already is with someone who has no awareness of her own psoas? But sometimes our fear is not the truth of who we are inside, which is why the kiss means so much to me, which is why I get over myself every time that thick, gaudy lipstick comes my way, which is why I remember that the lips can transmit love in more ways than I was conditioned. With her traumatized left hemisphere, right fingers needing to do this in order to complete sentences, Sharon possesses a gift I've rarely seen in all these years and all the fucking places I've been. She heals me by being herself. It's selfish for sure. I don't claim to be no fucking angel, enlightened dick face saving the world. I just show up on Mondays to walk with Sharon, to harmonize poorly with Sharon's right hemisphere so that we can work on bringing her fear-clutched hand back into play, because I feel more human in that hour. There is something I've been hungry for that is better fulfilled in the studio with Sharon than on set with Annie. Don't get me wrong, Annie is great. Maybe one day I'll write a book of poems about her. But right now, I'm helping Sharon walk. And Sharon is helping me be and see. And if you need it written more cleverly than that, then you don't understand why I didn't. And that's okay. It's taken me this long to be in a room with the stroke survivor and feel, truly feel, all the prejudice of my past. And see, truly see, that I've been given an opportunity to not just craft a great narrative in order to seem, but this time, to be in the narrative that will prove to myself way more than it might to others. That these flaws I get hung up on in my left brain don't have to dictate how present I am working on driving the hip down with Sharon as we work to adduct from the knee. It helps that Sharon has more love in her than this room. I say this without exaggeration. Her love holds me in my failures because I am new to this work. I feel like I should give up and go back to entertaining every day because it pays more, because people call me back more when I'm hot, because I get treated better. But by whom? For what? and at what cost. And if circumstances hadn't placed us in each other's worlds, I may have rationalized for another 3 to 7 years before choosing anything near what I'm doing now. All for a kiss on the lips from a woman who wants to let me know before we begin and after we end that I am loved.